My girlfriend posted, "Single and loving it" on Instagram while we were together. I commented, "Congrats." Then I actually made her status accurate by moving out that night. Her panic when she realized her joke post became reality. I, 32 male, was scrolling Instagram Thursday while my girlfriend Vanessa, 29, was at her book club. Spoiler, they mainly drink wine and gossip. We'd been together 2 years, living together for 8 months in my condo. There it was, posted 45 minutes ago. Selfie of Vanessa at some rooftop bar, cocktail in hand, captioned, "Single and loving it. Independent woman, living my best life, no man needed." I stared at it for a solid minute. We'd literally had breakfast together that morning, made plans for the weekend. She'd kissed me goodbye. The comments were already flowing. "Yas, queen, being single is the best. Girl, you look so happy without dead weight. About time you ditched him. Wait, what?" I clicked on the last commenter's profile. One of her coworkers I'd never met. Interesting that they assumed there was someone to ditch. I typed a simple comment, "Congrats." Then I put my phone down and really thought about things. This wasn't the first red flag. She'd removed all our photos from her social media months ago, saying she wanted to keep things private. Never mentioned me to new friends. Introduced me as her roommate to some guy at a coffee shop last week. The apartment was quiet. I walked around, noting what was mine versus hers. The condo, mine, inherited from my grandmother. The furniture, mostly mine. The TV, gaming console, kitchen appliances, mine. She'd moved in with basically clothes and makeup. I made a decision, pulled out my laptop and started looking for movers who worked nights. Found a company that specialized in emergency relocations. They could be here in 2 hours. Started packing her stuff, methodically, carefully. Everything she owned went into boxes. Her grandmother's china she was always paranoid about, wrapped in bubble wrap, designer clothes, folded neatly, expensive makeup collection, organized perfectly. I wasn't destroying anything, wasn't being petty, just helping her achieve the single status she was advertising. Update 1: by 11 p.m., everything was packed. The movers arrived with impressive efficiency. Guess emergency midnight moves aren't that uncommon. "Where to?" the lead mover asked. I'd already texted her best friend Cassandra, "Hey, Vanessa needs to crash with you for a bit, sending her stuff over, she'll explain tomorrow." "Is everything okay?" "Me, she'll fill you in, just needed to respect her wishes." Got Cassandra's address and the movers headed out. Cost me $400 but worth every penny for the professional service. While they worked, I went through the practical stuff. Changed my Netflix password, Disney Plus, HBO Max, all the streaming services she used but never contributed to. Removed her as an authorized guest in my building's system. Changed the Wi-Fi password. Left her a note on the kitchen counter. "Vanessa, saw your Instagram post about being single and loving it. Wanted to help make that official. Your belongings are at Cassandra's. The building management has been notified you no longer live here. Wish you the best in your single life. Your former dead weight." Then I went to bed. Slept like a baby. Woke up at 6 a.m. to my phone exploding. 63 missed calls. Over 100 texts. Started reading. 5:47 a.m. What the hell? This isn't funny. You can't just kick me out. It was a joke. Everyone posts stuff like that. I'm coming over right now. Why won't my tea work? Security won't let me up. This is illegal. I made coffee and had a peaceful breakfast, then finally responded, "Your Instagram says you're single. I'm just respecting that. Your stuff is safe at Cassandra's. Please don't contact me again." Then I blocked her number. 20 minutes later, there's pounding at my door. I check the peephole. It's Cassandra. "Open up. I know you're in there." I opened the door but kept the chain on. "Morning, Cassandra. You can't just throw her out. She lives here." "No, she was a guest in my home. She's not on the lease, doesn't pay rent, doesn't pay utilities, and according to her public declaration, she's single. Single people don't live with their ex-boyfriends." It was a trend. Everyone's doing that single and loving it challenge. What challenge? You know, the thing where, look, it doesn't matter, you're overreacting. I'm respecting her stated relationship status. She's single, I'm making that accurate. She's homeless. She's at your place with all her belongings. That's not homeless. This is abusive, controlling, psychotic. Asking her to leave my property after she publicly declared she's single is none of those things. Have a good day, Cassandra. Closed the door. Then things got interesting. Update 2. By noon, Vanessa had escalated to social media warfare. But not the way you'd think. She posted a crying selfie. When your boyfriend kicks you out over a joke, I posted a silly trend and he made me homeless. This is what happens when insecure men can't handle a strong woman. Abuse, narcissistic abuse, toxic masculinity. The comments were predictable. OMG, hun, are you okay? What a psycho. Small dick energy. You deserve so much better. But then something unexpected happened. Her coworker Brandon commented, "Wait, you have a boyfriend? You told me you were single at the company party last month." Another coworker, Stephanie, chimed in, "Yeah, you said you were single when we set you up with my brother last week." The comment section became chaos. Vanessa started deleting comments, but screenshots were already circulating. My phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. "Is this Ryan?" "Who's asking?" "This is Mitchell. I've been dating Vanessa for 3 weeks. Just saw her post about having a boyfriend." Oh, we've been together 2 years, living together for 8 months, or were until last night. She told me she lived alone. We've been intimate." "Sorry you had to find out this way, man." "Me too, thanks for the info." He hung up. 10 minutes later, Vanessa posted again. "For everyone confused, I was single when I met certain people because Ryan and I were on a break. He's now trying to manipulate the situation and turn everyone against me. Interesting. We were never on a break." I screenshotted everything. Then came the entitled demands via Cassandra's phone. Since I'd blocked Vanessa, she needs to get her stuff from the apartment. "It's all at your place." No, her other stuff. Her laptop, her jewelry, important documents. "Everything she owns is with you." I was thorough. "You're lying. She has expensive things there." "Like what?" "Her things. Stop playing games." That's when I realized she was hoping I'd missed something valuable, or was trying to claim my stuff as hers. "Cassandra, I photographed everything as I packed it. Every single item. If she thinks I missed something, she can provide proof of purchase and I'll check." Silence. An hour later, a new development. My buddy Jake texted me. "Bro, your ex just matched with me on Tinder. Her profile says she's been single for 6 months. Want screenshots? Please." The screenshots were gold. Full profile claiming she's been focusing on herself after being single for 6 months. Multiple photos taken in my condo that she was passing off as her own place. I created a simple Instagram story. PSA: if someone claims to be single on social media while living with you, believe them. Also, check out these interesting Tinder screenshots from a single person who was supposedly in a relationship until yesterday. Added Jake's screenshots, posted it. The meltdown was instant. Update 3 Friday afternoon. Vanessa showed up at my workplace. Security called up to warn me. "Sir, there's a Vanessa Rodriguez here. Says she's your girlfriend and needs to speak with you urgently." "She's my ex-girlfriend. Please don't let her up. If she won't leave, call the police." "Understood, sir." 15 minutes later, my boss Harold called me into his office. "Ryan, I just got a concerning call from someone claiming to be your girlfriend. She says you're having a mental health crisis and she's worried about your work performance." I laughed. Actually laughed. "Harold, here's what's happening." Showed him the Instagram posts, the Tinder profile, everything. Harold, a 58-year-old divorced guy, shook his head. "She played herself. Take the rest of the day if you need to deal with this." "I'm good, honestly. Best I've felt in months." When I left work, Vanessa and Cassandra were waiting by my car. "We need to talk," Vanessa said, trying to sound authoritative. "No, we don't. I'll sue you for illegal eviction. You were a guest. You have no tenant rights. I gave you reasonable notice to leave my property. I'll tell everyone you're abusive. You already did. How's that working out?" Her face went red. "I need my security deposit back." "What security deposit? You never paid one." "You never paid anything, actually." "I contributed." "To what?" "You ate my food, used my utilities, lived rent-free for 8 months. I cook sometimes. Heating up takeout doesn't count as rent, Vanessa." Cassandra jumped in. "She's entitled to 30 days notice." "She's entitled to nothing. She was a guest who publicly declared she's single. I simply agreed with her assessment." "You're gonna regret this," Vanessa hissed. "I'll make your life hell." You already did that by pretending to be single while living with me. Now you actually are single. Congratulations on achieving your goal. I got in my car and left. In the rearview mirror, I saw her throwing a tantrum in the parking lot. That evening, her mom called me. I shouldn't have answered, but curiosity won. Ryan, what's this nonsense about you kicking out my daughter? Hi Gloria, your daughter announced on Instagram that she's single. I just made that official. She told me you're controlling and abusive. Did she also tell you about Mitchell? Who? The guy she's been dating for 3 weeks, or about telling her coworkers she's been single for months, or her Tinder profile. Long pause. She what? Check her Instagram from Thursday, then check the comments, then ask her about Mitchell. I need to go. Update 4 Saturday morning brought new levels of entitlement. I woke up to find Vanessa had somehow convinced our mutual friends that I'd stolen from her. The group chat was blowing up. Ryan took her grandmother's engagement ring. He kept her laptop for work. He stole $3,000 from their joint savings. I responded once. 1. She never had any grandmother's engagement ring at my place. 2. She never owned a laptop. She used mine. 3. We never had joint anything. Anyone who wants proof can come see my security footage of everything being carefully packed and moved. Then I left the group chat. My friend Tony messaged privately. Dude, she's at Brewster's bar telling everyone you're stalking her. I'm literally at home watching Netflix. I know. I can see her from here. She's with some new guy, telling him her stalker ex might show up. Take a video if you can. Tony delivered. Clear video of Vanessa with a new guy, loudly telling her stalker story, while she kept checking her phone and looking around, obviously hoping I'd show up. But the real kicker came Sunday. Vanessa sent a formal-looking email from a new address. Demand for return of property. Mr. Ryan Cooper, this serves as formal notice demanding the immediate return of the following items. 1. MacBook Pro laptop, value $2,500. 2. PlayStation 5, value $500. 3. 55-inch Samsung TV, value $1,200. 4. KitchenAid mixer, value $5. Diamond earrings, value $1,900. 6. Security deposit, $1,500. 7. 3 months of rent paid in advance, $4,500. Total value, $12,400. You have 48 hours to return these items, or payment in full, or legal action will be commenced. Vanessa Rodriguez. I forwarded it to my lawyer friend Dennis. His response was beautiful. Dear Miss Rodriguez, Mr. Cooper has asked me to respond to your demand letter. All items you've listed are owned by Mr. Cooper, with proof of purchase in his name. You have never paid rent or a security deposit for his property. Mr. Cooper has documentation showing all your belongings were carefully packed and delivered to your friend's residence. Any further false claims will result in a countersuit for harassment and defamation. Also, it's MacBook, not McBook. Regards, Dennis Mitchell, Esco. Her response was to create a TikTok about how my ex stole everything from me that went semi-viral in our city. 1,500 views, mostly people who didn't know the whole story. Until Mitchell, remember him? The guy she was secretly dating? Commented, "This the same ex you said you didn't have when we were hooking up?" The video was deleted within an hour. Update 5 Monday rolled around, and Vanessa attempted her nuclear option. My mother. Mom called me during lunch. Ryan, Vanessa just left my house in tears. My stomach dropped. She came to your house? Showed up sobbing about how you threw her out, had quite the story. Mom. Then she asked to borrow $5,000 to get back on her feet since you supposedly stole all her money. She what? Don't worry, honey. I told her I'd need to verify her story with you first. That's when she got angry and said you'd brainwashed me. Then she asked if she could at least stay in our guest room. Please tell me you said no. I told her to leave before I called the police. Ryan, this girl told me you've been together 2 years, but I've only met her twice. That told me everything I needed to know. God, I love my mom. Tuesday brought the last desperate play. Vanessa showed up at my building with a police officer. The concierge called up. Mr. Cooper, there's an officer here with Miss Rodriguez. She claims you have her belongings. I'll be right down. In the lobby, Vanessa was fake crying while talking to a clearly annoyed officer. That's him. He won't give me my things. The officer looked tired. Sir, this woman says you're withholding her property. Officer, here's the situation. I showed him the photos on my phone. Every single item she owned was professionally moved to her friend's house 5 days ago. Here are time-stamped photos of everything being packed. Here's the receipt from the moving company. Here's the text confirmation from her friend that everything was received. The officer looked at Vanessa. Ma'am, he has proof your items were returned. But he kept other things. What things? My things. Can you be specific? He knows what he took. The officer sighed. Ma'am, without specific items or proof of ownership, there's nothing I can do, and filing a false police report is a crime. She stomped out. The officer turned to me. Let me guess, she cheated? Announced she was single on Instagram while we were together. He actually chuckled. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Have a good day, sir. Final update. It's been 3 weeks now. Here's where everyone ended up. Vanessa is still crashing with Cassandra, who's apparently getting sick of her. Cassandra drunk texted me last weekend. I see why you kicked her out. She doesn't clean, doesn't buy groceries, brings random guys over. How did you deal with this for 8 months? I didn't respond, but I did smile. Mitchell, the guy she was secretly dating, reached out one more time. Bro, thank you. She tried to move in with me after a month. When I said no, she accused me of emotional abuse. Bullet dodged. The friend group has mostly figured out the truth. Tony sent me screenshots of Vanessa trying to get people to loan her money for a new apartment. She's claimed amounts ranging from $500 to $2,000 for various emergencies. So far, no takers. Her social media is a masterpiece of delusion. Daily posts about thriving, knowing her worth, and leaving toxic situations. Meanwhile, multiple people have told me she's desperately trying to find a new boyfriend with his own place. Last week, she made one final attempt. Sent me an email from yet another new address. Ryan, I've been doing a lot of thinking. I realize now that posting that I was single was wrong. It was just a stupid trend that everyone was doing, and I didn't think about how it would make you feel. I miss us. I miss our home. I think we should talk about getting back together. We were good together, and I think we can work through this. I love you. Vanessa P.S. I need to get my mail that's probably still coming to your address. I responded. Vanessa, I've had all mail forwarded to Cassandra's address as of 2 weeks ago. As for the rest, you announced you were single. I believed you and acted accordingly. We are not getting back together. Also, you might want to update your Tinder profile. It still says you've been single for 6 months, which would mean you were single for 4 months while we lived together. Best of luck in your single life. Ryan. She replied with a long rant about how I'm missing out, how she was the best thing that ever happened to me, how I'll die alone, etc. I didn't read the whole thing. Just archived it in case I need it for legal reasons. Plot twist, found out through the grapevine that the whole single and loving it post wasn't even really part of any trend. She just posted it to make some guy jealous, someone from her gym she'd been flirting with. He saw it, assumed she was actually single, and asked her out. When she had to admit she had a boyfriend, he lost interest. So she lost both of us trying to play games. As for me, I'm good. Really good. My condo is peaceful. My bills are lower. I can watch whatever I want on my TV. I don't have to wonder if my girlfriend is telling people she's single. Started talking to someone new from my cycling group. First thing I asked, just to be clear, are you actually single? She laughed. Yes, actually single. Not Instagram single or it's complicated single. Single. Perfect. Vanessa, if you're reading this, and I know you are because you stalk my Reddit, here's the thing. You wanted to be single. You told the world you were single. You acted single. All I did was make your lie into the truth. You played yourself. And honestly, thank you. You did me a favor. I could have wasted more years with someone who was pretending to be single while living with me. Now we're both actually single. You got what you posted about. Congratulations. Hope it was worth it. Edit, since some people asked, yes, this is legal where I live. She had no tenant rights as a non-paying guest. Always check your local laws, but here I was completely within my rights. Edit 2, to the people saying I overreacted, she was literally dating other people while living with me rent-free. The Instagram post was just the final straw that made everything click. Sometimes when someone shows you who they are, you need to believe them immediately.